Swann, thank you so much for doing this. I know you're super busy. Let's start with the invitations this year to the Arnold USA and Arnold Australia. When you got the invitations, where were you, and describe that moment?
I was at home. I mean, it's definitely something that I had been waiting for a while. Um, as everyone probably knows, the way it works every year, you kind of get the answer to your application and the invitation later than 12 weeks out. So I usually always diet 16 to 12. I mean, depending on if I'm coming off a show, but I always do 16 weeks of dieting. Um, which honestly doesn't really make a difference for me because I diet. I guess we could say diet all year round for a purpose. So whatever it is, either put on muscle or diet down for a show. So I had, let's say, started my prep already, which I'm sure the other athletes did as well, until we officially received the invitation. Um, I was just ecstatic. I mean, it's just also because I had never actually done the Arnold other than as an amateur in 2012. Um, and it's just the way the last couple of years have been going for me. It's I never really thought this would even happen to me, to be honest.
Well, let's talk about the Olympia last year. Jump back in time a little bit. So, finished in the top five in figure. Absolutely incredible. What was that experience like?
Magic. um, I mean, again, it's something that I always worked for, just always hope for it to happen. Just in some ways didn't believe it would happen to me. So I mean, I just every minute of it was just magical. Just being there, really, to start with, just that whole weekend, because I had competed in. I did the Olympian in 2013, which was my worst showing ever. I had been. Just that year, I did way too many shows. It was hard for me to keep. The look that I had at the beginning of the season, and the same at the end. So it really crushed me. Not because of my placing, but just how bad I thought I looked. And over the years until last year, I was just really kind of like really disappointed by that. And I really wanted to prove myself that I could just be so much better on that stage. And and I mean, you should be. It's the Olympia. You can't. It was just, for me, it was almost disrespectful to my fans, to the judges, to show up the way I did in 2013. Not for the lack of work, just things really didn't go right.
How about when you're on prep from morning to night? What's a typical day look like for you?
Um, Things have changed a little bit over the last couple of months for me and my husband, since we used to own a supplement store. So we were there 7 days a week. So now things are a bit different. I work from home, which is nice. I'm very fortunate for that. So I'll wake up in the morning, do cardio, get our breakfast ready. For my husband and I, and then usually I'll go to a grocery store, clean the house, and then get my second meal, and then go train. Um, and then get back home, and then get on. So I do online coaching. So this is what I'll do most of the afternoon, as well as building my website. I put up a lot of content, blog, just a lot of things. So this is pretty much what I do all day. And then I go back to the gym at night, or I do cardio again at home. That's my day.
Yeah, and you're someone who really seems to enjoy the journey, and I think that's really awesome. Let's talk a little bit about the Toronto Pro last year. So you won the figure overall. There's a really cool picture. It looked like you had just walked off stage. You hugged your husband, John. Was that a surreal moment?
Yes, Toronto. I mean, Canada's always done right by us. We've had great memories. We've been going there for the past since 2011, I think. It's just a great place. The way they run the show, just everything. So I was on top of just getting my win. It was really cool to have won that show there, with after we've created so many memories over the years.
You've done so many shows over the last 5, 6, 7 years, I think. Are there any other moments that you can think of that will stick with you for a long time?
I mean, my husband's first win was in Chicago last year. Was pretty not last year, but 2015 was pretty good. I just wouldn't point out any moments. Just the whole journey, even the bad. I mean, I wouldn't call it bad times, but just the things that just didn't go as good as they could have are just our learning, experience. And it's just, I mean, my journey since day one, even as an amateur, has been amazing. I've really enjoyed it.
Let's talk about social media a little bit. So you have a Snapchat. Do you enjoy the Snapchat?
It's like some days I'm really on it, and then some other days I totally forget that I have this tool of social media. It's fun, yeah. Why not? Now I've kind of switched back to the Instagram, because I think this is where everybody's going back to with the Insta story or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. There's a really cool video on your Instagram that I would recommend everyone watch if they can find it in your Instagram, where you surprised your mom in France. She didn't know you were coming. That was really adorable. What did she say in French at the end of that video, if you can remember?
Well, just to give you a little bit, so I had not been to France for 10 years, at least at that place. And my mother actually last year had cancer. And she was supposed to go to Toronto with me, Puerto Rico. She was supposed to, because my husband wasn't able to, so she was supposed to travel with me. And then, we found out that she had cancer, and I just couldn't pull out of the shows. And so once I was done with Toronto, we took a quick flight to the south of France to surprise her. All she said at the end of the video really was, look, I just did my hair, because it's funny, actually. It's funny. We got on the plane, so the night before, with the time difference, and she emails me and she said, I'm really not doing okay. I don't know what's happening. And she never complains about anything. So I couldn't say anything, of course, that we were on our way there. So she was just like, I'm just gonna go to the hair salon, get my hair done, something that will make me feel better. And then we showed up, and she's like, oh my God, look, I look so nice for you, for your arrival. So it was just a little funny moment.
That's really cute. How about people? They might be watching this video right now. They're thinking they wish they had motivation like Swann to work out, eat healthy. What would you say to them?
I think the motivation, it's not being so hard on yourself, but finding balance in your life. I'm fortunate to have my husband, but it could be just your family, your pets, just anything that kind of keeps you grounded too, and will help you give that much more of a purpose to give your all every day into training, dieting. It's really not that hard. I mean, it's hard and it's not. It's just I always think people don't have, people complain that they have to diet, but some people don't have food at all. People starve. So, you know, wanted having, the opportunity to eat 7 meals a day is already amazing. So, people complain about the dried chicken and all of that, but it's really, I just always, every day I remind myself of these things or just what I have around me, and it keeps me going. And I'll never, not to get a tap in the back, but it's just, I never ever complain about, being tired or having to do that much cardio or having to train twice a day if I need to. It's just, this is what I chose to do. So this is for anyone who wants to do this. This is what you kind of sign up for yourself. Nobody's forcing you to.
That's really cool. Thank you for explaining that. You're very inspiring. Last question. Tell us about your business and how potential clients can get a hold of you or John.
Through email, swann.rosa@gmail.com. That's the most direct way to contact me. And then as well as my website, swann.rosa.com. I have 2 packages that people could choose from. Actually, I'll throw that in there, but I started adding more fun things for women. It's mostly women really that I target, but like motivation sheets, goal sheets that you could, they could easily print out, kind of just, put, their 2 cents on and just stay motivated, along the way. So just the little things like that I'm working on and adding to the website.
Thank you so much for your time today. I know you're super busy. I hope John is doing excellent, and good. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.